Hello and welcome back to The Broken Doll. Well, today I come to you with Casper the Friendly Ghost. But before we get into him, I want to say two things. For those to those that subscribe to me, and just to anybody in the United States right now, my heart and my prayers are out to all those that are affected by that hurricane. We have friends that are down in Tennessee that are with hydro and water. They're being affected by that, and there's some that are displaced from their homes and all across the United States here, wherever the hurricane hit. We know it hit North Carolina, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee. It's going towards the Mississippi. We heard about that yesterday, and now today is the after effects of it all. Some places, their buildings are just gone, and my heart goes out to those that have been actually displaced. And we're praying for those that are down there and suffering through this right now. And I hope you're getting the help that you need down there. But an awful thing that happens. And but again, like I say, we're thinking about all of you down there, and we've been watching it very closely, and and still right now we are. And I feel like when it affects you, it affects me, because I don't like seeing people suffering like that. It's not good stuff, But I hope you're getting the help that you're needing, and but it's still not nice when you're being displaced right out of your home. And I know our friends, they're without hydro and water, often on internet services, and that can be considered actually very lucky at a time like this. And they're very fortunate to have that much. They have their home and everything, but there are those that don't even have that right now, and were evacuated by boats and whatnot. I even pray for the little animals that might have drowned and whatnot, but hopefully they were rescued, But anyways, I just want to say that today. And the other thing I want to say too is that I have met a lady on my YouTube channel. I kind of stumbled across her. I was just you know how you just surf around and all of a sudden you find somebody, you go, hey, you know what, that lady looks pretty good, I want to see what she has to say. And I found out she likes to do, on her channel, she does Temu hauls. And she gets some very interesting little things in there. And if you're interested in Temu hauls and seeing what people buy and whatnot, sometimes it can direct you to what you like to buy. I don't see everything on Temu. I'm always going after things that are of interest to my little doll world. But she's of a different. She does arts and crafts and all this stuff. So she does a lot of a different twist, and I like seeing that stuff, because sometimes that stuff, not always, can be used in the doll world. It raises my eyebrow a little bit, but not like make me think, maybe I could use that, but not always. But sometimes I just interested because of the arts and crafts that it is. I like looking at stuff like that. If you're like me and you like seeing stuff like that, you might want to give her channel a look at, and you might want to subscribe to her. Her name is Karen Sue Small. I will put a link to her right down below. There's my finger pointing down, and I will put a link down below, and you'll be able to see that, and you can subscribe to her or take a look at her channel, and if you like what you see, subscribe to her. She is trying to build up her channel right now. I came across her when she only had about 32 or 35 subscribers. She's now up to 200, a little over 200 now, and she's climbing. She is getting there, but we like to give her a little bit of a boost. So if you don't mind dropping around, and if you like what you see, subscribe to her. And maybe you already are, I don't know, but maybe you stumbled across her as well. But I told Karen I was going to do that for her. So this is my shout out to her. Do you hear it, Karen? I'm shouting out to you. There's a shout out. Go to Karen Sue Small. There we go. I shouted it out. But anyways, though, she's a real nice lady, and she's very interesting. And I like seeing the different things that she does. And she shows it to you, all the stuff she buys. But not just that. She takes you out to her little shop there that she has, where she does other things as well. She's into a lot of things. So it's just one of those. I like what she does, because it's always different. Something different, and then you'll just see the hauls, and then you'll see some of the arts and crafts. So anyways, there we go. I leave it at that. Now, I went to my thrift store the other day, and I've been trying to curtail my buying, but I just felt like going for a little jaunt into two of my stores that I haven't been, that one in particular I have not been into for quite some time because they're rather expensive, but I did go. But the one I went to was Goodwill because they had 30% off store-wide. And so I went in, and this is what I found. I found this little glass ornament here. This young little lady. Well, why would I buy her? Well, my grandmother got me this one, this exact one, back years ago, when many moons ago, and when I was a young girl, about 9-10 years old. And when I went to leave home, I packed her up, got to my apartment, and lo and behold, I broke off the flower, her hand, and the top of her basket. I thought I wrapped her up well enough, but I didn't. I did glue her back together again, but it came off again, and she just didn't look good anymore. So I threw her away, the young mind at the time. And I as soon as I seen her sitting on that shelf, I just went, oh my goodness, I had you when I was young. I remember what happened to her. So I put her back. Can you believe that? So anyways, I thought, Tammy, you get back there and go pick her up. So I circled around hoping nobody seen her, and I picked her up and I put her in my cart. And she was only $3.79, but I had 30% off, which brought her down to $2 something. So that was good enough for me. I took her and I brought her home, and I gave her a bit of a goop wash. I took a little toothbrush after her and at her and cleaned her all up. I took some of my trusty little Q-tips here, cleaned out all those little flowers and everything, and oh, she turned out nice. So I'm going to take her in the house in a little bit here, and we're going to get her on a shelf where she can look pretty. There we go. She's going to look pretty. So what's the other thing that I bought? I told you I bought 2 things, and that's it. I did very, very well. Well, take a look over here. I'm going to zoom in on this here. Bring it up a little bit. There we go. And that 5 drawer, it's actually 6 drawers. 6 drawers I bought from Value Village. They're getting pricey in that store there. And I'm kind of like really careful what I buy. And but it has 6 drawers, and you know, to buy one of these at Walmart, it's about $40 in Canada here, at my Walmart in Canada. And they brought them all in for the college kids, because we have a college in our city here, and they brought in all this furniture for them and everything, and that's great. But the only thing is, $39, I'm not paying for that. I'm not doing it. I'm not buying it for $39. I just looked at it and went, not happening. The 3 drawers were going for $29. I was just like, no, I'm not paying that either. Now, I'm really at the end of buying these now. I went all the way around underneath my bench here with these drawer systems going around, this type of drawer system. Now, some of them are 3 drawers, some are 5, and then there's these ones like 6. I think this is my 2nd or maybe my 3rd one I bought that I'm trying to look underneath. Yeah, it's my third one. Yeah, oh no, 4. I've got 4 like this. And I bought them all, 100% of them came from thrift stores. I just waited to find them. When I found them, that's when I bought them. And I bought them $10 and under. And I don't need any more, because now the ones I'm starting to do a double layer, and I don't want to do double layer around my shop. This is enough now. I'm happy with what I've got here. I still have 2 drawers that are not even filled yet, and I actually could go for 3 drawers. I could shove whatever I have in that. If you count down 1, 2, 3, that 3rd drawer, I could put it in the drawer up above. I could, but I'm not going to just yet. The top drawer is full of skirts that have crinoline on them that you would put on Barbies. The next one down is those little tiny 1/4-inch clothing, you know, 1/2-inch clothing that go on those little oh, I can't even, I see them in my head here, the LOL dolls and whatnot, that type of thing. I think that's what they go on. I'm not into those things, but I got a few of them around here. Then below I have some vintage, smaller doll clothes. They're not Barbie size, they're a little more vintage, but they're vintage, but they go for smaller dolls. Maybe even a small, like a Skipper maybe, but even smaller than Skipper. And, you know, I'm bigger than a Dawn doll. There's that funky in-between size anyhow. Then down below is all my Kelly doll. There's some Kelly dolls in there and their clothes. Now I know if I need Kelly, I know where to go get her now. And her clothes. I got all her clothes shoved in there. The next drawer is empty, the next drawer is empty. Believe me, it will fill in time. But I only paid $10 for that. $10 fits my budget, you know. And especially when you know if you just wait, you can get them. You can get them used, you know, and they clean up like they're brand new, anyways. So we did see one at the Goodwill back a few weeks ago when we were there. My daughter wanted to go. But it was cracked quite bad. There was quite a big crack in it. And they wanted $7 for it. And I thought, no, I'll wait. One will come along again, you know. And lo and behold, there we go. I got that one right there. So that's the two things I bought. And I thought I kept it to you know, a good place, you know. I don't need to be buying too much from the thrift stores right now because I've got a lot already. I've been blessed. And now it's just about get going on what I want to do here. So what do I want to do here? Well, I've been working on the Patsy doll. The Patsyettes I kind of put to the side one more time, but they'll be coming back again. I'm trying to get this Casper done for Halloween. That's my goal, is to get him done by Halloween. So I have got this sanded over in here. He looks pretty good. He feels good. I'm coming up here now. My problem is that back last year, I took some E6000 glue and I glued down this part here. I did not do it here, but I did do it here. What's happened is that I thought I got all the glue off and I found little remnants of it on this side. On this side here, I pulled it all off, but for some reason, there was still some on this side and it lifted the milliput, because that means it wasn't, the milliput was not sticking to the plastic, it was sticking to the glue. So as I pulled the glue, the milliput went with it. So I don't know if I'm going to go back over it again. The crack seems to be pretty good right now. I'm going to try doing one coat of paint and see how it dries. I can always sand it off. Not a big deal to get it back off again. I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to just keep sanding. I got to do some sanding along the chin here. I can still feel a little bit of a lip along here, and then I'll be ready to tape up his eyebrow there, and I think we're going to be ready to airbrush him. I'll give this a little bit more of a, when I'm done, go over with some black paint, crisp this up with a little bit of gray, and go over his eyes just a little bit, because there are scratches through them. We're going to make him look pristine, like fresh. So the yellow, why is he yellow? The reason he's yellow is because, first of all, plastic can yellow. That's the nature of plastic, especially this plastic here. Another thing is cigarette smoke. This doll does come from the 60s. His little white outfit was yellow as yellows can be. Now, I did not smell smoke on him at all, but there was yellow on him. Also, gas furnaces can do that. We have a variety of things that was going on in the 1960s, 70s, and these dolls suffered with that, and they absorbed whatever was in the atmosphere, their air, and if it was a gas furnace, they don't have, back then, the filters on the furnaces are not as good as what today's were, but they did their job as much as they could, but it did affect anything that was vinyl or plastic. It would yellow, and this did absorb that. It did absorb the aging process of plastic will do that too. So you take all that into account. This is why it's as yellow as it is. Now, this was not exposed on the back of the head, so it stayed pretty good. It stayed white. So I got to match this white. Well, I really don't have to, because you don't see this because it's covered up. Now, he is a talker. He does talk. Right now, I'm not going for the talking mechanism. I'm just trying to get him together so that I can just paint him and show him off this Halloween. Do I want him to talk? Yes, I do want to get him talking. I do have the belts that go inside here. I do have a mechanism that I can work on. I'm going to try doing that with this mechanism that was taken out of a Mrs. Beasley doll. And if I can get that going, then I know I can work on any other one like him. I have my Drowsy I want to do. My Drowsy doll. She doesn't talk. I have two different Drowsies. And so I would like to get them both talking. So, yes, so I do have the belts. The belt. I only have one belt, I think it is. That will work. But I can order more and get more or find more, so not a big deal. I just haven't invested much into it because I did not want to go in this direction just yet, because I have so many compositions to work on. So they will be down the road. But right now I'm working on him just because Halloween's creeping up on us here. So we'll get him going, and we got to paint his mouth a nice little red, and he'll be ready to go. He looks like an ice cream cone. you know, with that point down there, you know, you can just take them and, you know, like an ice cream cone. There we go. But anyways, love these projects. They're wonderful to work on. I love the ups and downs and ins and outs to them all. So anyways, this is where I'm at with him. So I'm going to keep working on him, sand him a little bit every day. A little bit here and a little bit there adds up to a lot of bit. So anyways, have a great day, everybody, or night. It's nighttime now. We were looking here. It's 7:30 at night, and we are getting dark now at 7:30. Where at one time we had a lot of daylight. So we know what's trying to come and take our daylight away. And I know somebody out there says, you said that word. I'm going to try not to say it, but it's coming. I know. But anyways, have a great weekend, everybody. I hope you're enjoying it. We still got one more day left of the weekend, and we're not going to talk about what happens on Monday. Okay. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll be talking to you again really soon. Bye-bye.